Hello everyone, I am the Normal Exile here, and today we are going to load into game. Alright, so if you were with us yesterday, you would know that the character we started previously, I did level it off stream up to level 73. Pretty solid character overall. Definitely could clear some higher tier maps, probably easily get through yellow maps, but I was just thinking about it and I was like, man, you know what? I think this character would just be better as a witch, specifically an elementalist. So, so that's what we're doing. We are leveling an elementalist, and especially because you guys didn't really even get to see most of the leveling process. But yeah, so where we're headed is a spellslinger reap exsanguinate. We're going to be focusing on golems, and then we are going to be utilizing Shaper of Flames in order to make all of that damage ignite. We're going to scale damage over time, and we're going to see how it goes. I think it's going to turn out great. Yeah, so we finished Act 1. I forgot to go back and kick Fairgraves, so we're doing that so we can get that extra skill point. I got kind of distracted while I was talking, but that's okay. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on with this character. I mean, not really yet. We're only level 14, so we don't have too much going on. But a lot of potential, a lot of cool stuff in the hopper, in the works. There he is. I've been trained to kill blue packs, so it's very difficult for me to overlook that. Yeah, one of my favorite techs from this character is doing Power Siphon and then doing Curse on Hit with Temporal Chains to increase the duration of the ailments on them. That's a fun little tech that I put in there. In my opinion, Act 2 is one of the easier acts for sure, in terms of progressing through it quickly. So, generally, I like to hit 60 to 90 minutes per act. Some of the acts definitely go quite a bit quicker. Some of them go a little bit slower. But in any case, we just work our way through. We're not so concerned about the speed. We're more concerned about staying alive. But hey, if we can hit both, why not? Oh man, I really needed that mana flask. Alright, so my technique for Act 2 is to go north, go straight to Creighton, and then go to Chamber of Sins, go south all the way through to the Western Forest. I do... there's a sneaky trick for being efficient there. I'll go over that when we get there. So if you didn't join us on the first stream for this character, we are on a hot streak with killing all of the unique enemies that come through the axe, which is always great. I like to joke that there's a loot multiplier for each one you kill. You get 1% increased loot. Obviously, not real. So don't quote me on that. But just something I've always joked about, giving me a reason to kill these guys, because honestly, most of the time they don't drop anything. You could wander straight past them, like just a bunch of garbage there. And then you don't even have to worry about it. I'm on the fence about doing basically the same thing I did on my other character, just starting from the Witch, with the Elemental Ailment Avoid, going Versatile Combatant, primarily focusing on the bottom end of the tree, because there really isn't a whole lot to get on the north side of the tree for us. I mean, obviously we could get things like Spiritual Aid, we could get the attack speed scaling from our minions and all that stuff, but I mean, really we don't need that much attack speed. I think for the most part, We're going to get most of our attack speed from our lightning golem. One of the big things that you don't want to do when you're spell slinging is go over your attack speed, or your cooldown, or your attack speed versus your cooldowns for the spell sling. So generally you end up landing at about 0.42 or so once you get a level 21 gem, which means that you can only do like 2.5 attacks per second. So just gotta be conscious of that. Obviously, you know, later on we'll get the helmet enchant for the cooldown recovery. We'll get boots with cooldown recovery, and then we'll really be able to maximize our damage there. But that is not happening soon. If you guys didn't notice, we are playing this on solo self-found right now, just to show people how you know, how simple it is to actually play hardcore. You don't have to be a god gamer. In fact, you can be reasonably average at the game and still have fun in hardcore. And that's what this channel's all about, just having a good time, not freaking out over playing hardcore. And I think, frankly, if we could get more people to play hardcore, being able to trade for good items and stuff, that would really help. Be like I was saying, you'll hit this point where it's like, in order to get a meaningful upgrade, it's like 3 divines per gear slot, you know, and I don't know, you're like, okay, well, my gloves have, you know, like tier 2 life, a res, and like crafted cold and chaos, you know, and you're like, okay, the next reasonable upgrade is 3 divines. So I feel like it should be like, I don't know, like 1, you know. Ooh, all right. Shouldn't be trying to set up this lake. Get quadra poisoned, because pretty much as soon as you activate that spellslinger setup, you really just start crushing the enemies, like all the way until tier 8. Like on my last character, I didn't get my first damage node literally until right before I killed Kitava the second time. And it was this thing, Veteran Soldier. I picked up that wheel and then the 40% increased damage with skills that cost life node. I was like, man, this build does crazy damage. And I literally, my gear was not good. It was super average. Like, I think some of my gear didn't even have life on it. It just had like a good dual res. It's like half my life. Why did I pick that up? We don't pick up junk around here. Meet Elena in town right now. Ooh. Oh, pick up our Herald of Purity. No Herald of Purity. Cool, so we are done with the north side. Took us 15 minutes. Not bad, not bad. I don't know, I'm really on the fence about how to finalize this character. Because I was thinking about it last night. Because I have another character that I was doing Lightning Conduit. Well, originally I was doing Volatile Dead, Detonate Dead, and Lightning Conduit in a Spellslinger. That was pretty neat, actually. That turned out pretty good. But what did I switch to? I switched to Arc and Hydrosphere. That was a ton of fun. I think that was actually pretty good build. It was pretty solid, not gonna lie. Yeah, the question I always find myself faced with is, do we go for the reduced elemental ailment duration? Or do we go for the avoid elements? Because I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think you can really hit 100% reduced duration without pretty decent investment. Hey, on the bright side, we've got capped cold res, so these guys are doing pittance for damage. Alright, 28 life. Let's see. Let's see how she do. Ooh. 82 armor. 8 life. Oh yeah, that damage feels way better. Could use a life flask to sustain it, but whatever. Wait, I should just go grab Herald of Purity. What am I doing? Man, the range on exsanguinate kind of sucks, actually. I never self-cast the skill, so I never knew. Alright, so told you guys I would teach you the secret to efficiency here. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go bounce and grab ourselves Herald of Purity. Herald of Purity's OP. Alright, the game-changing secret to the south end of Act 2. So you're rolling through, not thinking about nothing. And then you'll see a break in the road. Like this. And you follow the rocks. Following the rocks. Following the rocks. Okay. You might get tricked a couple times if you're bad like me. And then, yeah, see, like there I lost the rocks. Okay, here we go. Go this way. There's the rocks. We see them now. Not getting juked. Rocks. Boom. Right to Alira's door. Cool. So whatever side Alira's on, the Weaver's Forest, or the Weaver's Nest, or whatever, is always on the other side. So what you do is you follow the path, get down to the Blackguards, and then swap entrance, okay. And then you just wrap yourself around the other side, and it'll lead you straight there. Let's see, spiders, crabs, skeletons, there we go. I like skeletons. Skeletons is easy. And that's the bottom half done. So, now what we gotta do... Dexterity, life, lightning, no thanks. Alright, there we go. We're 40 minutes into the... Oh shoot, we didn't even time out of this instance. That's how you know you're making good time. So many choices. So many choices. Beasts. Crabs. No, I'll take crabs. Give me the crabs. We're already at our 600 life for Act 2, so we're doing pretty groovy. Quite a bit low on our physical reduction. Ooh, Chaos Orb. I don't know how many more alchemies I want to blow. I guess it's been a long time since I've done an energy shield build. Should I make this an energy shield character? It's my favorite part about minion builds is they clean up the enemies that you miss. That way you never have to be like super concerned about missing an enemy or two. You're like, oh yeah, Phantasm will grab it. Sentinel of Purity will grab it. The Golem will grab it. Ah, skeletons, okay. Ooh. I was not paying attention to that. You know what they say, the bigger they are, the more they overwhelm your physical damage reduction. Right? That's what they say? Yeah, it's actually kind of not super great, but you know what? We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it for a minute, see how it goes. Who said we had to be super efficient to have a good time? Maybe.
The struggle never ends.
The struggle never ends. Want to find good gear? Actually, though. Oh, so close. So close to leveling. Alright, here we go. We are 6 minutes over. Hitting that 60-minute. But we're right in that 90-minute mark. So I'm not too bothered by the speed there. Level 28 is where it's really going to take off, though. Do Reap and Exsanguinate. Power Siphon, Slap, Cold, Dead. There we go.
A pity.
Alright, so just hit Act 3, level 24. We are well on our way to getting this character leveled up. I am very excited for the next day's stream. We are going to be back on Friday. We are skipping tomorrow. I do have some life stuff going on. I'll probably give you guys an update on that on Friday. But I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys for hopping on. And I will see you Friday.